by Britwatch team top seeds, Rafael Nadal, Marin Cilic, Alexander Zverev, Grigor Dimitrov, defending champion, Rafael Nadal. British interest, Kyle Edmund. Click our featured players for stats from Tennis Abstract. Monte Carlo, Monaco. After making a triumphant return for Spain in the Davis Cup, can Rafael Nadal go for a record 11th title at the Monte Carlo Country Club? Click to build your own destinations worldwide via Britwatch Sports Draw. He looked very much in control on the clay with straight sets wins over both Philip Kohlschreiber and Alexander Zverev. Path to final, on rankings, R1, by R2, Aljazbettin R3, Adrian Manarino, 16, QF, Dominic Thiem, 5, SF, David Goffin, 6, F, Marin Cilic, 2, predictably Nadal has a winning record over all his potential opponents. Dominic Thiem's injury picked up in Indian Wells has kept him off the courts, and while he might be able to play himself into some form, he may not have enough match play to handle Nadal. David Goffin's win over Nadal at the World Tour Finals cannot really be relied upon as Nadal was struggling with injury, and you would not bet against Nadal to hand down a lesson to Marin Cilic in a potential final. 2. Marin Cilic photo by Mike Frey, BPI, Rex, Shutterstock. Marin Cilic at the 2017 US Open. The big serving Croatian started his clay court season last year with a run to the Monte Carlo quarterfinal before winning the Istanbul title. He may have faltered a little in Madrid but picked up some good momentum to make the French Open quarterfinal last year. Path to final, on rankings, R1, by R2, Fernando Verdasco R3, Milos Raonic, 14, QF, Pablo Carreño Busta, 8, SF, Alexander Zverev, 3, F, Rafael Nadal, 1. While Cilic has a solid head-to-head over Fernando Verdasco, he lost their only encounter on clay. He ought to have an edge over a returning Milos Raonic, and while he has never met Pablo Carreño Busta on the clay, he has yet to lose to the Spaniard. Things look a little stickier when it gets to Zverev, and he would need to snap a 4-match losing streak against the two-time Masters champion, including one on the dirt, Rome 2017. Apart from defeating Nadal in their first-ever encounter in 2009, his most recent win over the 10-time Monte Carlo champion of course came at the Australian Open, where Nadal had to retire in their quarterfinal. Elsewhere, Nadal has been dominant in their head-to-head. Advertisement. Click to buy player gear from Pro Direct Tennis via Britwatch Sports. 3. Alexander Zverev photo by Dave Shopland, BPI, Rex, Shutterstock. Alexander Zverev at the 2017 ATP World Tour Finals, London. Still feeling very much like a work in progress. It was a tough loss for the German in a momentum-swinging Miami Masters final, and a mixed weekend in the Davis Cup quarterfinal with a win and a loss. Last year he was pretty steady on the clay, picking up some good pace with the Munich and Rome titles, but crashed out of the French Open in his first round. Path to final, on rankings, R1, by R2, Yuichi Sugita R3, Fabio Fognini, 13, QF, Lucas Poole, 7, SF, Marin Cilic, 2, F, Rafael Nadal, 1. Somewhat surprisingly, he may have to get some revenge over Yuichi Sugita, who has the win over Zverev in their solitary meeting to date, but he might feel more confident of extending his wins over Fabio Fognini. It could be a first-time meeting against Lucas Poole, who had his own share of heroics in the Davis Cup weekend. He has enjoyed a 4-match spree over Cilic, but last year he was smarting with a loss at the hands of Nadal for the gain of just 2 games. 4. Grigor Dimitrov photo by Ella Ling, BPI, Rex, Shutterstock. Grigor Dimitrov at the 2017 ATP World Tour Finals, London. After a pretty solid start to the year, if a little disappointed with his loss in the Australian Open quarterfinal, the spring hardcourt swing was not particularly good for Dimitrov. With not a lot to defend after an opening round bounce last year, the way is clear for the Bulgarian to pick up a bit of steam. Path to final, on rankings, R1, by R2, Filip Krajinovic R3, Albert Ramos Vinolas, 15, QF, David Goffin, 6, SF, Rafael Nadal, 1, F, Marin Cilic, 2, Dimitrov should be assured of a run to meet his first seed Albert Ramos Vinolas, who is an even match for him, but the Bulgarian has almost always had answers in his meetings against Goffin, including early wins on clay in their futures and challenger encounters, but they are yet to meet at a tour level on the dirt. However, with only 1 win in 11 attempts against Nadal, it will be a tough draw. Monte Carlo Rolex Masters take place between 15 to 22 April, BST-1 hour. Click to buy tennis tickets from Viagogo via Britwatch Sports.